There was a man living in Carhan near Caher-Servine in the time of Daniel O'Connell. He was poor and he had a large family. One day he was selling 2 pigs, a white one and a black one, at Trolley Fair. A buyer asked him how much he wanted for the white one along with the black one. The poor man thought that, and no wonder, that the buyer wanted only the white pig, so he named the price. The buyer immediately marked both pigs and took from his pocket only that which had been asked for the white pig. "What do you mean?" asked the poor man. "You only inquired about the white pig." "That's a lie," said the buyer. "Didn't I ask you how much you wanted for the white one along with the black one?" The poor man could do nothing but give him the 2 pigs for the price of one. He returned home and told the story to his wife and to all the neighbors. It wasn't long till it spread all over the district, and everybody felt sorry for the poor man. He told his story to Daniel O'Connell, who had great sympathy for him. "We'll get our own back on that buyer later on," said O'Connell. "Are you willing to cut off the lobe of your right ear?" "I am," said he. And O'Connell cut off the lobe of the man's right ear. He put it into an envelope and he took it home with him. He asked the poor man to accompany him to Tralee the next day to play a trick on that buyer. "He has a tobacco shop in Tralee," said O'Connell, "and we'll call in to him. After a while, you must take out your pipe and take a whiff or 2 from it. I will then pass the remark that you don't smoke very much, and you must reply that you'd smoke 7 times as much if you had the tobacco. I will then say that I'll give you all the tobacco you want." The following day, they both went to Tralee and went into the tobacco shop. The poor man pulled out his pipe, reddened it, drew a few whiffs, and put it back into his pocket. "You don't smoke very much," said O'Connell to him. "I'd smoke 7 times as much if I had it," said the poor man. "Well, I'll give you plenty of tobacco," said O'Connell. And he ordered the buyer to give the poor man as much tobacco as would stretch from his toe to the lobe of his right ear. And he asked how much that would be. 8 shillings. "Agreed. That's agreed," said O'Connell. The buyer then began to measure the length from the man's toe to the lobe of his right ear. But when he had reached the ear, he found the lobe missing, and he pretended nothing. "We have caught you," said O'Connell. "That's not the lobe of his right ear. It is in Carhan, if you know where that place is. So you must measure from his toe to Carhan." Well, the man was dumbfounded. He could say nothing. The O'Connell ordered him to pay the man for the black pig, and he would not insist upon the tobacco at all. The buyer paid the money, and even something extra, and went off to his kitchen covered with shame. And no wonder.